Hi, and today I'm going to be doing my first video log of all the DVDs that I currently own. I'm going to do all the DVDs I've actually got in the DVD format and all the DVDs I've got on stuff like Amazon and Apple and so on. These are currently all my DVDs, Xbox games, a few Wii games I don't really use anymore, but I've still got the Wii because you can't really sell it. And then you've got TV, obviously, you've got Xbox, Wii, consoles, all the stuff. So today I'm just going to run through all my movies really quickly. There's a few of them, so I won't describe them for that long, but I will do a brief explanation. And then I'm going to update this log and basically add any new movies onto it every time at the end of the video, and then re-upload it to YouTube. So if you ever watch my new episodes of video log, just skip to the last couple of minutes and I should add my new videos on it. Let's start off with some of the box sets. Frozen Planet, it's a David Attenborough. It's one of my more real movies. Most of them are not like this, but it's just one of them. Brian Cox's Wonder of the Solar System DVD. Daniel Craig 007 box set with latest 3. It doesn't have Spectre, but Spectre's not out yet, but I will be getting that as soon as it comes out. So it's got all 3 of the recent Bond movies. Then got the Mission Impossible trilogy. I haven't got all of them. I need to really update some of my movies because this is the first 3, and I need to get number 4 and then obviously number 5, which has just came out. But no, it's got all 3. Indiana Jones, which I've been meaning to do a review on for quite a long time. This is all 4 of the movies. So you've got Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, and The Kingdom of the Lost Skull. So yeah, you've got all the Indiana Joneses, which are really good movies. The complete collection of Die Hard. These are must-have movies. I wasn't so keen on Good Day to Die Hard or Die Hard with a Vengeance, but no, these were really, really good movies. And again, I'm going to do a review on these and probably put them in the Modern Classics series. This is one of my few series. I don't normally have series on actual DVD format. They're normally all on Amazon. But this is Heroes, which is obviously it's a big series, but no, really good series. The World at War, which was a Christmas present, not the jolliest Christmas presents. And yeah, it's many hours long. It's 1,343 minutes. It's about a day long to watch. And it's all like documentaries on the war and Hitler and all sorts. One of my favourite American comedies, The Big Bang Theory. This is the complete collection, 1 to 8. 9's not on it yet, but this is good. I also like How I Met Your Mother and other comedies like that. But no, I definitely really like Big Bang Theory. A bunch of nerds. The Jurassic Park trilogy. Again, I want to get the 4th one, which has just come out, but I'm hoping for Christmas either I'm going to get it, or I will buy it with some money that I'll eventually get as well. The Scream trilogy, one of my favourite sets of horror movie, but no, really good. Last but not least, the Hobbit trilogy, which I've just recently got. Lord of the Rings were amazing, and I've got them as well, and I've just got these, which completes the first box of movies I've got. So there you have it, the first box of movies. Let's move on to the second. Doctor Who and Harry Potter. I'm just going to skim this box really quickly because it's pretty much just what you can see. You've got my oldest Doctor Who DVD that I've watched and got. It's the 5 Doctors. Then I've got the series 1 to 4 box set Doctor Who. Then I've got all series 5, all series 6, 7, 8. I need to get 9. It's just about I think it's coming out this Christmas, but I need to get that. Then of course got Harry Potter years 1 to 7 and then year 8. And that is the second box set of movies. On to the third box, and now this one I'm going to skip over. I think I'll skip over all of them just to make it easier. If I add any more, I'll just show you the individual movie. So you've got Pitch Perfect 1 and 2, which I'm sorry, but I quite enjoy these movies. You can't shout at me for doing it. Hunger Games, the trilogy apart from part 2, which isn't out yet, but I'll get it as soon as it comes out. Star Wars 1 to 6, really good movies, love them. They're all individual, which they came in a packet sort of thing, but it's a bit different. Then, of course, we've got Hobbit, so you've got to have Lord of the Rings. Terminator, all 4 of the movies. Meet the Fockers trilogy type thing. Iron Man trilogy, because I adore Marvel. Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. I have got the 4th one as well, which is on Stranger Tides, but that is on my TV, which I'll show in a minute. You've got the Bourne collection, 1 to 4. Men in Black trilogy. Paul, Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. Love these movies. I do want to get the other one that they've got, but I'll do that at some point. I've got Red, the collection 1 and 2, and Transformers 1 to 4, which weren't the best movies in the world, but I got given it as a gift. And I will review these at some point and say why I didn't like them. And just a shout out to Louis, Megan Fox is not the only good thing in it. Box number 4. It's a slightly bigger box this time, and most of the Marvel films I have are in this box. So let's run through them really quickly, because otherwise this video is going to take ages. You've got X-Men Originals, Wolverine 2, X-Men Trilogy, so 1, 2 and 3, X-Men First Class, which is number 4, X-Men Days of the Future Past, which is number 5. I'm really excited to see the new one that's about to come out. It's coming out next year, X-Men Apocalypse. I'm going to do a trailer review on that. You've got Avengers 1 and 2. Also got up here Guardians of the Galaxy, which I've just reviewed. You got 21 and 22 Jump Street, good films. The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, which is a hotel for old people, and it's a sort of romantic comedy sort of film. It's really good and interesting. I have seen the second one. I do own it on Amazon, but it's just not in this collection. Also got Cliffhanger, which is a really good original movie. Ex Machina, Inship, War of the Worlds, which was very good acting. Edge of Tomorrow, Live I Repeat. This Means War, 2012. Day After Tomorrow and Independence Day, that's a 2-disc thing. RoboCop, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is the new one. Planet of the Apes I do have, but I don't know why that is in my collection. Ghostbusters 1 and 2, everyone's got to have Ghostbusters. The Lost Boys, good old classic. Beautiful Creatures, The Host. R.I.P.D., which is like Space Cops. It wasn't a very good movie. The Incredible Hulk, which I hate, but I've still got to have the movie. It's a Marvel movie in the build-up series. So I've got to have it. Warm Bodies, a romance film with zombies in it. A Lonely Place to Die, which is not an amazing movie. It's quite a low-down one. Silver Linings Playbook, Now You See Me, and Lone Ranger. And that completes the 4th box. The 5th box of movies. So we've got the Home Alone collection, 1 to 4. Little Shock of Horrors. The Goonies, which is a classic again. Star Trek, which I'm not... This is the first Star Trek movie. Avatar, which again is one of the only ones I've got in Blu-ray. I've only got 2 Blu-rays and this is one of them. Present from my granddad. Got Warhorse, the making of Warhorse, because I did see the play. This Is the End, which was a terrible movie, which is just an excuse for putting swearing and sex into a movie. That I will do a bad review on at some point. Escape Plan, amazing movie. Pacific Rim, Divergent, Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, The Green Hornet, Ted, which again I didn't really like, Oblivion, iRobot, Dinner with the Smucks, classic comedy, Interstellar, The Pursuit of Happiness, Grown Ups 2, and the first one I don't own because it's free on Amazon, and I tend not to buy films that are free. Sometimes I do, but then other times I don't. Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, King Kong, which is a classic, everyone's got to watch it, Jack Reacher, Elysium, The Imitation Game, Blues Brothers 1 and 2, which again were amazing movies. If you haven't watched them, you haven't lived. And finally, my 6th box. This is my last box I'm going to do. I'm not going to do all my games I've got. I will do them at another point, but I will do the movies I've got. There's only 2 movies. I've got all the Tintin Adventures and Wallace and Gromit. The Tintin Adventures there's like 23 movies or something in this. It's all like the original books that have been turned into comical series. Really good. I think there's 3 series of episodes in there. And then, like I say, I'll review my games at some other point. Thank you for watching this review. I will update it at some point when I get all my new movies, but that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Oh wait, there's one thing I did forget. I forgot to show you all the stuff I've got on the TV. So we've got that now, and I'm now going to show you all the stuff I've got on the TV. Obviously, Amazon and Netflix, there's loads and loads of movies I watch on there. They're all free, and I would have bought them, but I haven't. Some of them I might buy in future just to say I've got them, and it's just different having it on DVD. For me, I find it more personal having it on a DVD. I own the first In-Betweeners movie, the second In-Betweeners movie, In-Betweeners Series 1, the In-Betweeners Series 2, and the In-Betweeners Series 3. I think you've got the idea. I really, really like the In-Betweeners. I also own The Flash Season 1. Season 2 isn't out yet, but when it comes out I will purchase that. I own World War Z and Lucy. I also own Arrow Seasons 1, 2, 3. They're really good seasons. I'm hoping they're going to do a 4th one maybe. But yeah, I own all 3 of the seasons. I also own Season 1, 2 and 3 of Under the Dome, which is quite an interesting sort of series about a dome being put over a town, and it's really quite interesting. I own, of course, the Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles, Seasons 1 and 2. This is basically just before the Terminator movies is meant to be, but she already knows. It's kind of between the first one and the second one, really. I also own an epic series called Revolution, which I recommend anyone watch. I own both seasons, Season 1 and 2. Season 3 was actually cancelled, but they're possibly considering doing a next one. It's a really interesting season about when a power basically comes out of the country for 25 years and what happens when they have no power. They're basically living in the Stone Age. I own Total Recall, which again, this is the remake, the second movie. I had to do this for a drama play, so I own Romeo and Juliet, the modern film. Let's move on to all my iTunes movies, which I pretty much only buy when I get iTunes vouchers. I'm not a massive fan on buying them on Apple, because then obviously I can't. Well, I can watch them on the TV, it's just annoying, really. It's the only thing I really spend iTunes vouchers on. So this is my library. I'm cutting out all the ones I bought as a kid, but these are the ones that I would call my own, really. Okay. Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version with Johnny Depp in it. The second one's coming out next year, which looks a bit interesting. I find this film magical and rate it quite a lot. Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2, and Back to the Future 3. You do realise something, all these covers are pretty much exactly the same, apart from 1, they've only got 1 person, 2, they've only got 2 people, and 3, they've got 3 people in them. Creepy. Bad Boys 1, I think, is free on Netflix, so I bought the second one on Apple so I could watch this. Again, really good movie, but it is a 15, so I wouldn't recommend little kids to watch it. Batman Begins, the first good Batman movie. The ones before this were terrible. And again, I need to do another review on the modern v classic Batmans. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which I don't particularly like, but I've got it anyway. Caroline, a film that people find creepy and mysterious, but I just find it quite funny. I don't see why it's scary. It's a child film, it's just Halloween, it's banter. Batman 2 of the new series, Dark Knight. And the latest Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. Bit of a change of names there, just added a rise. But no, I really like this film, and I think maybe they're going to do a new one, but I'm not sure. I know that Batman v Superman's coming out next. I've then got Enemy of the State, which has Will Smith in it, who I really like as an actor. This wasn't the best film he's been in, but I've still got it. I Spy, about obviously this guy who's learning to be a spy, and then he's not very good at it, but it's sort of a comedy / romance sort of thing. It's a boy-girl thing who I recently watched, and it's a really funny film. It's a 12, so if you're 12, I'd recommend you watch it. I wouldn't watch it if you're that much younger because it's got like sexual stuff in it and stuff. But no, it's a really good film. Disney's John Carter, where he goes to Mars and fights all these aliens and stuff. Again, really good movie. The Karate Kid, which this is the original. I don't really like the Mondo one. I mean, it's alright, but this is the first of the original ones. There's 3 original ones. So kids, if you watch the new one, definitely watch this one. Go back, ask your parents. It's probably only like £2 in the shop, but go and watch this Karate Kid. It's really good. The Lethal Weapon movies, 1 to 4. Again, this is an 18, so don't watch it if you're under that. But Lethal Weapon 1, Lethal Weapon 2, Lethal Weapon 3, and Lethal Weapon 4. I've also got Paul Blart Mall Cop, which is the first one. The second one I didn't think was as good, but this was a really funny movie. It's a bit like Home Alone, but just with an adult in a mall. Here's my 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which I was talking to you about earlier. I've obviously got the collection of 1 to 3, and this is the 4th one. I'm really looking forward to the new movie that's coming out. I think it's next year. Pirates of the Caribbean 5, which should be really good. Real Steel, a touching comedy with Hugh Jackman and this character who plays as his son, and a boxing robot, which, so cool. Super 8, which is rated a not very good movie. I didn't think it was brilliant, but I thought it was quite interesting. The modern Three Musketeers movie, which was a really good movie. Now I'm going to say sorry to everyone, but I have got the Twilight series. Twilight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will even buy number 6 when it eventually comes. The new book's been released, so I reckon in the next 2 or 3 years, number 6 will be coming out. Another one of my more kiddie movies, but I have got Yogi Bear, which is still a really funny movie. The Zoom Academy for Superheroes, again, another kiddie one, but who cares? And last but not least, 2012, which I am going to do a movie review on this, because I didn't think it was a very good movie. I thought this definitely wasn't the worst End of the World movie, but it was probably second on my list. I think first on my list was San Andreas, which I'm sorry if you liked it, but I hated that movie, and I'll talk about that when I do the review for this film. Thank you for watching today's episode of Video Log. I will update this as soon as I get any more movies, and I'll just tag it onto the end of this part now. So just skip to where you watched last time type thing, if you did want to watch it. But no, that's all my movies. Most people buy them in Blu-ray, which I can't see. Most film reviewers buy in Blu-ray, but if they're £20 to £30 in Blu-ray, and you've got 100, 200 movies, it's going to cost an awful lot of money. It's like thousands of pounds. So that's why I don't do it. But thank you for watching. Goodbye.